One of the government policies or regulations which is affecting our business negatively is the issue of the VAT returns. It takes endless to get the money back, minimum 6 months, it can also take 2 or 3 years. Another issue is since the East African market was established, everything is getting more complicated what cross-border business with the neighboring countries is concerned. And that makes life very difficult for internationally active companies. And it was supposed to become better, but it got worse. Another issue is the import regulations in general. They are very complicated and not really investor friendly. And the ports and borders are always a cause of big delays in receiving your goods, either because of capacities which are limited, or just by breakdown of computers, or just by personnel who is not doing the job. For example, when a storm is coming and blowing away 40% of our plastic sheets of the greenhouses, we cannot have that many spares in stock. Then we have to buy them quickly, to import them quickly. And in order to avoid delays of many weeks, sometimes of 2 to 3 months at the port or at the border, we would ask the government for ease the import regulations respectively for expanding the capacities at Dar es Salaam port. Investments in this country can be disencouraged by some, or let's say certain governmental authorities which are very slow and complicated in giving permissions and licenses for executing your business. Another issue is the local power supply by TANESCO. It's always interrupted. Last year we have had huge costs for buying expensive fuel and producing our own power at a low degree of efficiency because of power cuts which took several days per week. A good policy that encouraged us to invest in Tanzania is the so-called TIC scheme of the government. Tanzania Investment Center is it called, TIC, which as long as you are part of this system, you need not to pay import duties or VAT for all investment goods, and that really facilitates very much your initial costs. We took over 2 farms from our predecessors. The farms we got highly indebted at loan conditions which are very, very difficult to serve. We are successful in the market, but again, to serve the loan and to pay back, to serve the interest, pay back the loan, is very difficult, and we would like to ask the government to take decisions to soften those conditions. That would really establish our business here and would guarantee that we can maintain the 800 jobs. We do not any subsidies or any other support. We just would need a reasonable financial structure in our companies. I think the horticultural industry in a country like Tanzania is extremely important for the growth of the country, because it can relatively quickly and relatively easily generate the necessary foreign currency in order to pay import goods like fuel, medications and so on, imports which are unavoidable. So we can generate the foreign currency for that. We can also educate people, we create a lot of jobs, we pay taxes and so on and so forth. I think the government has realized that, but the big problem is to convert this realization into the right action, and here is, I think, a lot of room for improvement.